Hey, day 3 at Hawks Landing, and we got a ton of rain coming this weekend. So we have started installing from this side and working our way back so we have machine access. And we're doing that also so we're not messing up the lawn all the way around this whole feature, so they're not stuck with a whole bunch of lawn to repair. So our only access is where he's dumping his soil there, because he's standing in the stream. So right now he's cutting out the falls, so that stream will have 2 waterfalls that run in. The pond's gonna go that way a little bit. That way we can position the falls, like we said the other day, to the viewing areas that are on this side. One thing we found when we pulled out the liner and everything is whoever built it the first time, they just measured down from the soil around the outside and said, okay, that's an 8-inch shelf. And then dug another 8 and another 8. They did that on this side too. The problem is the edge of that soil is considerably lower than the edge of this soil, and that slopes up. If you look at where that bird's nest spruce is, that's sitting 18 inches above this. So really their entire first shelf on this side that they thought was level to here because they didn't use a transit, they just measured down, that entire shelf was above the water level. So the marginals are actually planted in the air. So anyways, we started where the skimmer is and then leveled our way around for the shelving. And our bottom area, if you look in here, that side right there is all lily pockets. So these will be the taller marginals because you're viewing it from this side. So that's taller marginals, lily pockets there. One waterfall is about the middle of his stabilizer there, and the other one is almost where his bucket is, but back further so it can face the porch over here. So, but the whole bottom area, it's about 28 inches, that 28-inch deep area, it all slopes to this side. So when you do a clean out, all the debris floats to one side. We also reuse the stone that was in the other pond. Sometimes you do that, sometimes you don't. Depends on how far you are from picking new stone up, how long it would take to clean it, how much there is. In this case, this pond had a ridiculous amount of stone in it. So even though we made the footprint bigger, we'll have to bring some 12s and 18s and some other boulders as we work the stream backwards. But they had so much rock in this thing that you couldn't even see some of the shelves because the rock was 8 inches deep. So we're reusing it and cleaning it because even though we're making it quite a bit bigger, the stone that's here is actually going to cover it. They kind of did a mix of Wisconsin granite, and then the one over by Clayton there with the white streak in it, that's aqua blue granite. That comes from Wozenee, Kirkowski pit. So that stuff's really dense and it's pretty, but you want to kind of use that in your cascades and stuff. You can see they use some in the verticals up by the biofall, but the biofalls are shifting. That thing is just like a mountain of foam, so we're going to pull that completely apart. They also filled the biofalls with decorative stone. Decorative stone is not a filter media. That should be bioballs because the whole idea is they're a substrate for bacteria. If you fill it with something that's that dense, all it's going to do is the water will flow up around the outside. So it just channels the water around the outside. You're actually not doing any biological filtering because it's called the biofall because it's the biological filter. The skimmer is the mechanical filter. So that's debris separation. Anyhow, we changed to a 3-inch line too. That line will run all the way up the outside. That's where our low voltage line will also follow. And then they got the loops pulled up because that's where our lines will come into the pond for all the lighting. They did an upgraded system, FX Luminaire. So we're basically trying to get this all completed by really the end of the day tomorrow. We want to get as far back from these falls so then we can roll out the 50-foot liner on the stream. So if it rains and hails and does as much crazy things on Friday and Saturday as they say it's going to, Monday we still have a workable job site. So this will fill, but we're gonna have to fill and pump it a few times and pressure wash it all out to get rid of the rest of the debris since we reused all the stone. So pretty much we're in a race to do it. We're ahead of schedule. We're scheduled here to be till Thursday next week. I think regardless of how much it rains over the weekend, we should have the stream done over there, probably all the way up by the end of the day Monday. Tuesday into Wednesday is waterfalls and then lawn repair. Because of the way we accessed, we don't have a ton of lawn repair. Driveway's up around the corner, so we just came off the driveway to there. So anyhow, so it's all a matter now of staging. You can tell where we stored the stone was closest to where we're going to reuse it, and it's sitting on plywood, not on the lawn, so we don't have a lot of cleanup. This is where all the soil was piled. They just moved the plywood from there. So we're back to clean lawn, which saves us all time. If you do it in the right steps, then you end up saving time. So we're gonna get back to it. Subscribe and catch us on the next one.